What's up, YouTube? This is John back with another episode of Engineering Awesome. Today we're going to go over 3D printing and practical 3D prints that you can do. So 3D printing, a lot of people ask me at work, friends, family, what can you do with a 3D printer? And you can do anything that you want to. So a lot of people print characters or just download things off of Thingiverse. This is one of the most popular things that people download. And I really like the Baby Groot. I think it's very cool. And I print a lot of them because this is one of the biggest things that friends and family will request that I print for them. But I want to show you guys a few of the other things that I've designed personally just for things that I needed. So here's one of the big ones. So I'm starting out this YouTube channel, as many of you know, and equipment for that kind of thing can be very expensive. So I've been using GoPros because that's what I've got around and that's what I can use for other things. I've got a tripod already. It's an old shooting tripod that my younger brother gave me. It's all camoed up and everything, but I've only got one base for it, and I use that for my camera, for family pictures and that kind of thing. So I 3D printed a base for both of my GoPros. I've even got a 3D printed bolt holder, and I even used some 3D printed nuts. Now I've since upgraded and I purchased some CNC knobs and then a nut that looks like a standard GoPro nut. And I use that on my other one, but on this one, this works just fine. There's quite a bit of that is 3D printed. The rest of it I got at the farm store down the street. So that is one thing that I've used it for. One of the other things is making my own target holders. Now there's not much to this, but I wanted to be able to shoot these because this is a good reactive target that, you know, my wife, friends, family enjoy shooting. It tells you, hey, you hit the target, you broke it. So I get a 2x4 and I attach these to them using just standard drywall screws, and I can put the targets in there and they stand up great. Now they won't stand up on the table, they keep falling over, but you know, whatever. That's why I use a drywall screw. This is for my Dillon XL650. This is just a bin expander. There's not much to it. I slide this in the bin and it adds about 209 millimeter brass that I can hold. Lets me hold about 600 or 700 if I'm not mistaken. It might be a little bit more. I haven't sat down and counted it. But this is just a cheap bin that is made by the same company, Akro mills. And then this is the Dillon version, which is still made by Akro mills, and they are both the 30220 form factor. And these both fit on my press, and this fits in all of the bins that I have for that size. Works really well for expanding my capacity. I'm probably bumping this mic. I do apologize for that. I got some M1A mags here. I really had a hard time with filling my gun cabinet up with these. They were laying all over the place. You'd bump into them on accident and they'd slide all over each other and just knock everything out. So I 3D printed a little 3-mag holder. This was about the capability of my last 3D printer. It couldn't do much bigger without the layers lifting, so I didn't even try. But this holds 10 rounds and 20 round mags. It works really well, and that, as you can see, is a camoed up mag for my my M1A build that I did a while back. And this is one of my favorites. This is a Gen 3 P mag, and then this is just a holder for it. This attaches with 2 drywall screws, and what I do with this is I put them in my gun safe. I hang them upside down, just like that, and I can stack them along the back above the rifles. So I've got some longer rifles that take up quite a bit of space on that side of the cabinet of the gun safe, and then on the other side I've got some shorter rifles, and the space is really unutilized. So rather than stacking them on shelves, which I can use to hold other pistols and that sort of thing, I decided to just mount my mags vertically, and it has worked really well. Now there is a design like this on Thingiverse that holds 3. I opted for just a single so that I can put a couple up there, because at the time when I built my AR I only had 4 mags, so I didn't need 3, but I have since upgraded a little bit. I have a few more. And I did test this. It's been hanging in my gun safe for about 4 or 5 months, and this is a loaded mag. It's got all 30 rounds in it and no sag issues at all. Still works great. And this is one of my favorites. So for Christmas, I got a Samsung Fast Charge. I've got 2 Samsung S8s. One of them is my work phone, and I was having a real problem setting the phone down on this. So the phone had to be centered almost perfectly. If I put it off a little bit, then the phone would not charge. So there was more than one day that I went to work with a half-charged phone, and it would come pretty close or die towards the end of my shift, especially on those 12-hour shifts. I'm sure some of you guys know what I'm talking about there. So I needed something that would hold it and every time make sure that the phone was exactly where it needed to be. Now this is a version 2 of that stand. The version 1 worked great, but version 2 has got a passive speaker on it. Really does horrible on the lows, but I use it as an alarm clock, so the highs work perfect for waking me up in the morning. Now, with all of these, I will be posting files on Thingiverse. I haven't yet. I honestly didn't even think about sharing some of my designs, and I've designed a lot more stuff too. So for now, I will go ahead and post these on Thingiverse. It may not be immediately when I put this video up, but I will post it on Thingiverse, and I'll link those down below in the description. So take a look at that. Now over here, I'm going to post a video of the Polymer 80 giveaway. What I'm doing is trying to grow the channel, so make sure that you do watch that video and then hit the giveaway link that's down in the description. Make sure you read the rules on that, okay? And enter your email and get in on the giveaway. If you guys liked this video, make sure that you hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button. I'll go ahead and put that up here as well. And share it with your friends. Help get the word out there. I really appreciate it. And thanks for watching.